Hello everyone. Today I discuss exercise 3.4 question number 1. State whether true or false. All rectangles are squares. Number 1. All rectangles are squares. All rectangles are squares. This one is all rectangles are squares. Number A. This one is false. All rectangles are squares. This one is false. 1. Is it false? All rectangles are squares. It is false because all all squares are rectangle. All squares are rectangle. All squares are rectangle. All squares are rectangle. But all rectangles are not square. But all rectangles are not square. But all rectangles. All rectangles are not squares. Number B. Number B is all rhombuses are parallelogram. All rhombuses are parallelogram. That is true. That is true. All rhombuses are parallelogram. That is true. Opposite side. Opposite side. Opposite sides of a rhombus. Sides of a rhombus. Opposite sides of a rhombus. Opposite sides of a rhombus are equal and parallel. Are equal and parallel. Opposite sides of a rhombus are equal and parallel. Opposite sides of a rhombus are equal and parallel. Now see, all squares are rhombuses. All squares are rhombuses and also rectangles. This is all squares are rhombuses and also rectangles. That is also true. All squares are rhombuses. All squares are rhombuses. All squares. All squares are rhombuses. All squares are rhombuses. All squares are rhombuses as all sides of a square are of equal length. As all sides of a square, all sides of a square are of equal length, are of equal length, are of equal length, right? And also All squares. All squares are rectangles. All squares are rectangle. Rectangle. As opposite sides. As opposite sides. Opposite sides. As opposite sides are equal. Equal. And each angle is 90 degree. And each angle is 90 degree. Right? All squares are rhombuses as all sides of a square are of equal length, and all squares are rectangle as opposite sides are equal and each angle is 90 degree. Now D. D is all squares are not parallelogram. All squares are not parallelogram. This is false. False. This is false. All squares are parallelograms. All squares. All squares are parallelogram. All squares are parallelogram. All squares are parallelogram. All squares are parallelogram. All squares are parallelogram as opposite sides are equal and parallel. As opposite sides are equal and parallel. As opposite sides. As opposite sides are equal and parallel. Equal and parallel. Right? We'll solve question number E. We'll solve question number E. Here you see question number E is all kites are rhombuses. All kites are rhombuses. That is false. That is false. That is false. All kites are rhombuses is false. All kites doesn't have does not does not have does not have all sides of equal length. All sides of equal length. Equal length. All sides of equal length. If all rhombuses are kites, if all rhombuses are kites, that is true. That is true. All rhombuses are kite. All rhombuses are kites. All rhombuses all rhombuses also has two distinct concentric pairs. Has distinct two distinct consecutive pairs. Distinct consecutive pairs. Consecutive pairs. Consecutive pairs pairs of consecutive pairs of equal length, consecutive pairs of equal length, pairs of equal length. Now G is all parallelograms are trapeziums. All parallelograms are trapeziums. That is also true. That is also true. All parallelograms are trapeziums. Right? That is true. All parallelograms, all parallelograms, all parallelograms, all parallelograms have a pair of parallel sides. All parallelograms have a pair of parallel sides. Pair of parallel sides. H. All squares are trapeziums. That is also true. All squares are trapeziums. That is true. All squares are because all squares have a pair of parallel sides. Because all squares have a all squares have a pair of parallel sides. Have a pair of parallel sides. Pair of parallel sides. Dear friends, if you like this video, please subscribe, like and share. Thank you everybody for watching this video.